Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica Gem, and in today's video, we are brought into a nightmare. Quick warning, this story has some dark themes. My D&D character Sachi and her twin sister Linnell were separated as toddlers when Linnell was taken by the demon prince Malconthet, the queen of succubi. She took her in exchange for her daughter, the Dream Queen, who was killed by Archie, Nathan, and Rael for plaguing the family with horrible, painful nightmares. For the next 19 years, Malconthet raised Linnell in her realm, speeding up time so that she could keep her as long as possible before she was saved by her parents. But due to unfortunate circumstances, she wasn't. She was renamed Lyneth and basically left to fend for herself for survival. She had to grow strong to make it in the Hells. Luckily, when she was born, she was given a fair bit of power from her parents, and this allowed her to work her way up in the ranks until she was a close assistant of Malconthet herself. Sachi, as she was growing up, saw Linnell in her dreams, struggling, fighting, clawing for survival. She was the only one who dreamt now that the Queen of Dreams was gone. Years later, Leah and Nathan's simulacrum were finally able to make it to Malconthet's realm, and after a brief fight and a promise, Lyneth agreed to come back with them, to be rewound to her younger self, to be raised again, but by her parents this time. She lived happily with them for years until she was a grown woman, moving out and living her own life with her wife Millie, the daughter of Lucas, a founder of Lorenz, and Ashley, his tiefling wife. Sachi and her friends returned to the mortal plane after many years away, 42 years by the time they had left the realm of the gods and went home to Sachi's family. After her return, Sachi started having nightmares, the worst of which was at Quinn's house. She had regular nightmares, but this was different. Sachi wakes up in the night and hears someone calling her. I don't recognize the voice, but I hear it echoing from down the corridor. She decides to tap Light to let them know that she was going to be right back, but as she does, Light starts choking in her sleep. I back off, but they don't stop choking, so I try to save them, but they can't seem to get a breath. I call out quietly to whoever could be doing this, asking them to stop, trying to heal her, but Light keeps choking until she goes limp. I start to follow the sound of the voice. It should have been you. I ask what they mean, tell them to give Light back and take me instead, going out into the hallway. As I leave the room, Quinn calls out in pain, but I know there's probably nothing I can do. So as I run through the hall, I continue yelling, telling the voice to stop. It repeats the phrase. The voice then tells Sachi that she's never there, never been anywhere, never mattered. Not important to them. Always the second child, never the priority. Linnell? I ask who they are and what they want. I'm all that's left. I'm that little bit inside of you that's envious, and I am so disappointed. I can hear that I'm getting closer to the source of the voice. Why wasn't it you? Why couldn't you be the special one? She's flying as fast as she can through the halls, drawing closer. She can see a doorway at the end of the corridor, and as she pushes it open, it rolls something away. She looks down and sees Rael's tear-soaked face on her decapitated head. Further in, she sees Shine torn in two, Archie impaled by his own sword, Linnell, her spine ripped out of her back. I look up and see someone standing over all of their corpses. It should have been you. She also had another nightmare, but I'll explain that one in a future piece, so stick around. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have sweet dreams. If you enjoyed this video, please grant me a like, and if you'd like to see some more of my art, subscribe to join me. That's all for now, so farewell and have a wonderful day.